Welcome again guys, I'm Umrag. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to start a problem involving pattern generation. And I guarantee all my viewers that they will never need to be afraid of patterns again due to the presence of loops. Let's go check it out. So in step 1, I am going to consider a pattern involving 5 hashes in a single row, like this. Now how do we generate a pattern like this? Let's focus on the smallest element of this pattern, that is hash itself. So what we are going to do at first is print hash along with a space. What is the next most important thing in this pattern? That there are 5 hashes in all. So what we do is we run this print statement in an iteration for 5 times. Thirdly, as we have taken this external variable I, we need to declare it at first. And here our program is complete. In step 2, we consider a similar pattern, but in this case, the hashes will be vertical. Let's see. So what is the most important part in this pattern? Hash itself. Thereby, print hash. What's the next important thing here is that unlike the previous program where the hashes were printed in a single row, here the hashes are printed in 5 different rows. So after printing a hash, we have to move to the next line to print the second hash. So we are going to print an escape sequence of next line after printing a hash. What's the next move we are supposed to do? Put them in an iteration of 5 times. And the last thing, declaring the counter variable for loop. We are done with step 2. So in the third step, I'm going to make the problem a bit more trickier by printing 5 hashes in a row in 3 rows. How should we approach this problem? First, looking at the most important aspect of the pattern, hash itself. Let's print hash first. What's the second most important thing we look in this pattern? Hash is being printed 5 times in a row. What's the third thing we notice here is, after printing 5 hashes in a row, the cursor needs to move into the next line to print the second line of hashes. So, lastly, we see how much time this process is being repeated. Writing a line of hashes, moving into the next line. Writing another line of hashes, moving into the next line. This process is being repeated for 3 times. So, we need to place an iteration for 3 times for this whole process. Last but not the least, as I have introduced 2 new variables into the program, I need to declare them at first. Here we complete our program. So in this video, I tried to give a very basic logical idea of how to start generating a pattern. Please comment if you find any mistakes in this video. I will come up with more complex pattern in the next one. See you. Stay tuned.